Hello, Wicked Warriors. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. It's time for another action-packed episode of the Wicked Wally webcast. Soon to be the best hard rock, heavy metal show on the planet. And yes, this show is live on YouTube and on Twitch, and as well, you could be seeing us on Facebook. This is a live show because the most important part of the show is you watching right now. We want your questions, your comments, your feedback. You're involved in the show. You're part of the show because right now, by the way, I'm Wally. I'm Wicked Wally. I'm your host, and right now the studio is still empty because it's COVID right now, and we can't have anyone in our houses. Can't have anyone here, but we are not alone, everyone. We are not alone because we have people that are going to be joining us on the show here shortly. We have folks in the chat. 7 people tuning in. Aw, Nate's in the chat. Effing great. How the F are you? I am effing good. I'm effing great, Nate. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. So we got some people watching right now live. This is going to be a great show. This is, I am excited for tonight. This is episode number 16 of the webcast. This episode is titled Screams of Syrens. Why? Because that's who we're interviewing tonight. Southern California's prog-metalcore powerhouse, Screams of Syrens to be exact. We talk about their latest single, their incredible back catalog, and what's coming up next. Speaking of what's coming up next, well, before I go into that, I got some cool news about the webcast I want to share with all of you. Before I go into that, I want to introduce my co-host for tonight, Mr. Vito Borelli. Vito, how's it going, my friend?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good as well. Yeah, Vito's joining from home, but you have a pretty sick-looking setup there, dude.
I mean, it's the best. It's what I'm working with.
I like
best I could do today.
I like the wide shot, especially because we can see your new Blue Yeti microphone. It looks like a robot dick. You got it right.
It does look like a robot dick.
Vito's got a robot dick for tonight's show, so that's going to make for a good show. that he talks to. And you cut your hair, man. Where's the long locks are gone, and you got the stash.
Gone. Yeah, I needed to look as creepy as possible, so I think I did it. I think I did it.
Yeah, Vito, you and I both did research for tonight's interview with Screams of Syrens. Are you pumped for tonight's show?
I'm super stoked. These guys seem so awesome.
Right.
I'm pretty excited to chat with them.
Yeah, I think I'm excited as well. They're from Southern California, so it's weather's probably a lot nicer than it is here. We got a dump of snow today.
See it? SoCal, Speed Shop.
SoCal, awesome, dude. Yeah, so it's gonna be a great show tonight. Before we introduce our guests, I can't wait. They're a lot of fun. We were talking about with them before the show. This is gonna be a great interview tonight, folks. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a fun one. Before we get into that, I do want to make a quick announcement for everyone. We have a brand new website. I guess you can kind of see them there. That's not good. Oh no! All right, sneak preview. Here, we'll just hide that for now. All right, so there we go. Just new announcement for tonight. There we have a brand new website we've just launched. So if you, I post the links in all the chats tonight if you want to go check it out. Wicked Wally Webcast, streamlabs.com/Wicked Wally Webcast/home is how you start off to get on this website. So from here, you can watch the stream from the page, or you can watch our trailer. We have all of our past episodes up on here. And I wasn't going to mention this yet, but the reason I'm bringing this up tonight is someone already bought something off our merch page. So I just posted a quick little Instagram post saying, "Oh, the new website's up." And thank you, Rick. Rick purchased a Metal Man tank shirt, which you can't see on this page, but if you go to the merch store, you can see it. More stuff to come on the merchandise. So there is a lineup of Wicked Wally merchandise you can get if you want it. So there's more to come on that. I think we're gonna have a contest coming up soon. You can win some merch. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled for that. You're gonna want to be on our Instagram page. You're gonna want to follow. Yeah, it's gonna be likely on our. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on our Instagram page the contest to win some free merch. So stay tuned. Go to Instagram at Wicked Wally Wicked Wally Webcast. So follow us on there for your chance to win some cool merch, Wicked Wally merch. And yeah, and if you want to get a hold of us too, there is a way to message us. So now you can actually email. There's various ways through Instagram, through Facebook. You can message us as well. But if you want to send us an email, you can do that now too. So brand new thing, brand new website, ways to support the show there as well. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. And I'll pull everyone. So since you got a sneak preview, I'm going to now introduce my guests for tonight. From Screams of Syrens, we have the lead vocalist, frontman Trevor Lake, and we have the amazing guitarist Alex Lalanos. Am I saying your name even remotely correct? I added a syllable, didn't I?
Both our names.
Oh. Okay.
That's okay,
That was awesome.
I think me and Trevor are kind of used to that by now.
Yeah, our names are both like we both have strange last names, so it's been forever. It's been the same thing.
Shoot.
That's okay. So how do you say them then?
I want to get it right. Yeah, I want to get it correct.
So mine's Lockie. It's a Finnish last name, so it's technically should have the umlauts over the A to get the A, but I'm too lazy to put that on my legal stuff, so it's just with the way it is.
Okay, and Alex added a syllable that doesn't exist there. How do you say your last name, my friend?
It's Janos.
Because it's because it's Latin, right? Because it's Spanish.
Yeah, it's Mexican or Spanish. So it's
Spanish
become a Y.
Yes, yeah, like Castellano or yes,
Exactly.
for sure. Yeah, I learned a little bit of Spanish because I've been to Mexico a few times, but yeah, I should have known that as well. Llanos and Laque. I will not forget that now for the rest of my life.
That's fantastic. Interesting names. I love it. Also, I seen Mr. Alex having a little drinky poo, so I mixed myself up one too. Chin chin, my friend.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Okay, so I was reached out to about you guys. I started listening to your music. I watched some of your previous interviews, and I'm like, man, this band is a ton of fun, super talented. You guys have been at this for years now. Your back catalog is really, really interesting. I want to talk about your new singles. You have brand new singles that came out that just came out recently, but your back catalog so far. Well, it says here according to the release that I got, and tell me if this is true. You've released 2 of 3 singles that are coming out, right? So there's one more coming.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, that's great. I got it right. Okay, and they're all about serial killers.
Yeah, this was a different one for us. We normally write like very story driven things, and this time we decided we wanted to go in a little bit of a different direction and do something because we're all big horror movie fans,
right?
So we really grasped onto the idea of writing about like 3 really iconic serial killers, and obviously not in a way that's like saying like we idolize these guys or anything because they're pieces of shit.
You certainly don't idolize them.
Right.
No. But it's like you know, like watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something. It's just, you know, a cool way to just like kind of get in the minds of these psychotic people or whatever. So yeah, we 2 of them are released so far, and we have one that we're in progress writing right now, which we're really excited for.
Awesome. Yeah. So what you released so far is pretty incredible. Looking at the back catalog, though, you guys have been kicking it for a while here. Back in 2019, so I would say if folks want to get into you, if they want to check out your stuff, definitely check out the brand new singles, Mr. Nobody and The Ripper, which we're going to listen to tonight as well. You can check them out on tonight's show. And we're going to have you guys dissect it, and you saw some cool music videos for these, or at least for the first one. So we're going to check that out. After that, I strongly recommend going to check out your full-length Reflections. I say that is the best way to get, after the singles, to get into Screams of Syrens. You guys, it's a fantastic album. I had killer workout. It's great because you guys have the intensity, and then there's like the soft, like pretty parts too. You know, there's beauty in your songs as well. It's not only the heavy side. So you you take a rest. You know, you get a good pump on, and then you take a break, and then you can get back into it. So the music works really well for that. So the full length Reflections, fantastic album. And then you had some singles, House of Mirrors, The Bright Beyond New Era, all awesome. And then 2016, that was your first first release, right? Your EP, Chapter 1 Caravel. And I saw that as Chapter 1 Caravel. Is Chapter 2 ever coming out? Is that going to be a thing?
Oh man, I think our pirate metal days are over.
It's kind of what we discussed before with like the video we made. It may happen once, it may never happen again.
Right.
No, you gotta stick around and find out.
Stick around and find out. Yeah. So Mr. Nobody, this particular, it says the songs are about serial killers. This particular song, what serial killer? I couldn't quite figure it out. What serial killer is this song about?
Want to take it, Alex?
Well, he's got a voice cameo in the song. It'd be Charlie Manson.
Charles Manson. Wow, crazy. Yeah, I guess. Go ahead.
That's kind of why we named the song like it, because we didn't want to like go straight up saying like, this is the Manson song or whatever. It was but there's a little voice clip in the beginning where he says I'm nobody, and that's actually an actual like short clip of Manson talking.
Oh,
wow.
That's why he says
sample. I like that.
Yeah, because he did think that, right? He's nobody. He didn't actually do the killings, right? He wasn't the one doing the killing. He convinced other people to do it. He was more of a cult leader than he was a killer himself. There's actually still controversy over him getting convicted for the murders, even though he instigated all of it. So it's a very sick man, I believe. Every time I've seen interviews with him, like he needs mental help. Like I get he should be locked up, but he's a very sick man.
Was a very sick man.
I guess. He was a sick man. That's fair. Well, he's dead now, says Jay in the chat. Thank you.
I think that's one person we can stand to lose.
Yeah.
Now. He was very disturbed, man. You could tell just by like the look in his eyes, just the way he spoke during interviews. That guy was just, like. It was a little gremlin, man, but it was perfect material to make a song out of. And we try to
little man syndrome for sure.
Napoleon syndrome. We try to kind of embody that craziness and that psychotic kind of like edge to him in the song, where you hear like crazy riffs, then it opens up and then it gets really intense. So it was very sporadic kind of a song, and that's kind of how Manson was. He was kind of you never knew what he was gonna do, what he was gonna say.
Almost schizophrenic, honestly. That's kind of the vibe. Yeah.
The dude was just nuts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's great material for a metal song, right? So we were like, let's just run with it.
is that why? Because when I heard about that, I'm like, oh no, like, are they gonna find out where I live, these guys, or are you? Why?
We might. You never
know. Oh no. But what is it? Just because it's good fodder for a metal song, or is there one of you guys in the band are actually really fascinated with this kind of stuff, like true crime?
Yeah. So I think all of us to a certain degree are like. We all watch that sort of stuff, and like I said, we love horror movies just as a group. So it's that kind of darker imagery and subject matter is just something for us. It's fun to write about. Like I said, we weren't glorifying these people in any way. Like we hate them; they're pieces of shit.
That's fair.
But,
yeah.
But it's fun to write about. We like to, and that's pretty much with all of our music. Like we write stories. We don't write like current events and relationships and stuff. We like to just give the audience a story, and it's like. We kind of approach it as a mini movie. That's kind of what we call them. Like all of our songs are like mini movies. So
and those music videos you guys make are mini movies.
Exactly.
Wow, they're so well done. It's insane.
Thank you. Yeah, we approach it all the same way. Yeah.
Shout out to Nick Sarian, man, the director of all of our music videos. He's done everything for us, man. Him and our manager Todd Koval, man, they freaking knocked it out of the park with that. Because we pretty much we have this idea, like I don't know, put it together, and then threw it all together. And so we have a pretty amazing team. I think we're pretty lucky to have those two guys.
Right. Speaking of the video, I do want to check it out and go and so we're gonna check out Mr. Nobody. So it's a song we've been chatting about here. Check out Mr. Nobody, and the beginning of it is like a mini movie. It looks like the beginning of the movie. Someone has a drone, obviously. There's a drone shot in the beginning. There's some acting going on here by Mr. Trevor Locke. I got it right this time. And there's a bit of acting at the beginning. Trevor, you're going to play a patient in this, and you're talking to Isaac, the bassist, and he also does some vocals as well, right, in the band.
Actually, there's 4 of us that do vocals.
Oh, fair enough.
So I do all like the main vocals, then Alex, Donald, and Isaac all do like harmonies and background screams. So live, all the crazy layers that you hear vocally, you'll hear it all live.
That's wicked. Oh my
goodness!
I actually saw a video of that. I saw a video of that too, of you guys harmonizing your vocals. So that was pretty damn cool. Okay, so yeah, let's check out the music video. And while we're going through this, if you have any kind of tidbits, anything cool to tell the audience, anything cool to tell folks about how you shot this or what was going on that day, anything you want to say, yeah, go ahead and mention something, and I'll pause it. All right.
Well, this is Riverside, Trevor's backyard right here.
It kind of looked like that.
No, actually, that is something interesting to bring up, like just a little behind the scenes on this beginning.
Sure.
Because of COVID and like not being able to secure an actual filming location, we could, but it's really tricky and it's really expensive just because of all the permits and different stuff you have to do. We ended up using my house for most of it because I live on like a ranch style house. We got like an acre of land in the back and stuff. So we ended up using it, and for some of the scenes, the barn scenes, our neighbors have a barn with horses and stuff, so they let us thank you guys if you're watching again. They let us use their barn for these for some of the scenes in it, so it ended up looking really great. It really, we didn't lose anything by not getting a actual set location.
Yeah, no, It looks, I would have never known that.
Yeah, so that's just a fun behind the scenes thing there.
I love that. I love those tidbits. Those are the best.
On the cure for the virus, government officials do not call 911 to ask about the virus seems to be making people
So I'm biggest music group. Yeah, they promote you guys, right? They're your promoters.
They're our management.
Or your management. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Because I knew you.
Management. Yeah. Todd Koval is the owner and a big man over there, and he actually wrote the story for this as well. So he's kind of an all around everything guy.
Nice.
Little big dude.
Wrote the story, and wasn't he involved in the artwork for the single as well?
Yeah, he handles so much stuff for us. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so we don't deserve it, but he's
we really don't. He is like out of our league.
Yeah, the artwork here, it's like a crime scene here. He put this together. He got. I see that Kim is the credit for this artwork, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he put that together for us.
That's pretty sick. It's good
to have someone like that on your team for sure.
It makes so much difference. It's so amazing.
It makes our lives so much easier because we can just focus on writing the music, not the whole album art or video, stuff like that. It's kind of like, we had this idea. Can you help us out? And it's just
we got incredibly lucky to be with MBUs and with Todd.
Wonderful.
Nice.
This story unfolds.
Ooh, ominous.
This is Trevor's library right here.
So there's Isaac. Why was Isaac chosen as the psychiatrist? Is he the most believable?
Well, this is actually one of the reasons is this is his first video with us.
Oh, so okay, that's a great reason.
Isaac is actually the newest member of the band, and we hadn't up to this point done a music video with him. So we were like, well, what a great way to really introduce him to all the fans, which is to put him right dead center in the video.
That's awesome. Perfect.
Yeah, and he's also, him and I are both actors too, so it kind of made sense. We were like, we can pull this off, right?
Vito wanted to, we'll talk about that in a bit.
We'll talk about that after.
Yeah, Vito wanted to ask you about that actually. So Vito's done a little bit of stalking on you, Trevor.
I'm a whole fan. Let's be real.
Yeah, just because he's a fan, he's instantly a fan of your music. So he checked out a bunch of stuff, and he's got a bunch of questions to ask you, Trevor, about some stuff you do. So,
all right. Yeah.
Let's go back to the video. Checking his email. Oh, this is your new client. Watch this.
I'm so glad he paused on the emails.
Yeah, dude. Actually,
hold on. I want to see these
from us.
Yeah, we had to make a fake email account to make it look like legit. And we had like us and a bunch of our friends and stuff just send a bunch of fake emails to like fill it up. So some of them are really funny. And if anyone has ever paused to look at it, you'll see it. But I don't think anyone's caught it so far.
Okay, hold on. I want to see what this says here. Great sesh, doc. You helped me with an my problems. Peace out, foo. Booking. Okay, great. See you then. Booking session. Hello, Dr. Walters. I've been having some difficulties coping with my situations. I've been hallucinating all week.
And then you'll find some of them are like really weird.
I've been hallucinating all week. It might have been all the acid I took.
That's probably Nico, man.
Yeah, probably.
My urge to urinate in public has something and murder something. Oh man. How to build a rocket ship. Dr. F defies gravity once again by falling up a hole. What? Mike F defies gravity once again. Mike F defies gravity by falling up a hole. Dude stuck on the moon. All right, Frankie beats new world record for highest pole vault ever. Okay, all right, great. That was
the most random shit in there.
All right, let's keep going. Breaking news.
Breaking news out of Riverside, California, where a string of disappearances and murders have our local authorities scrambling.
That actually right there. If you,
we're gonna be like stopping every second.
Yeah,
no, that's okay.
There's a lot of Easter eggs here. But on that flyer right there, that bass player is actually our old bass player, Brian, our very first bass player.
And that's actually a picture from one of our shows. Cool. We're still really good friends with Brian, so we wanted to include him. He's actually in the video towards the end as well.
Right. The spoilers. No spoilers, right?
Oh, shit, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. What happens at the end? I don't know. We'll see.
Murders have our local authorities scrambling for answers. I have Brad Newman at the scene.
That's a 5.
Oh.
Hey, Susan.
The new client's here. Should I send him in?
Yeah. Send him in.
Who could it be?
Mr. Lockie.
Hi.
Please.
That's how you say the last name. Jeez.
Yeah, there it is.
Thanks for taking me on as a client. As you've probably seen in the news, it's been kind of interesting lately. I've been having some intense thoughts for a while. So.
Well, it's good that you came in. What kind of thoughts are you having?
Sometimes I just feel I've lost control of my life. Like when I look into the mirror, I don't even recognize who I see anymore.
Oh.
Well, this is important, and this is why we're here. Find out who you are and what you're going through.
Tell me in a sense who you are.
That's where you're Manson right here.
Nobody.
That's him. That's Marilyn Manson. That's not Marilyn Manson. Charles Manson. I can notice there's no full band shots. Is that because of the restrictions right now? It was tough to kind of get a shot like that with all of you together?
Actually, no. We were all together during the filming of that. We just, because of what I was saying, we couldn't get a location.
Right.
The space that we filmed the live shots was small. It's actually right there. It's my vocal booth in my studio.
Oh, okay.
We basically had to blanket the whole thing, give it that dark look, do all the stuff. But there wasn't enough room in there to set up like a whole band shot. So we just did like the individual shots.
Right. Go ahead, Alex.
No, that's pretty much it.
I was just saying the band I had on. Yeah, I had Amy and I from Edmonton on last week. I had the lead vocalist from there on, and he was saying that because of the restrictions, that's what they all shot individual shots separately. So that's kind of what they had to do. Very similar thing where they cut it all together to make it look like the band was kind of in one room playing at the same time, and it's done very well. Who edited this? Is this the same?
Nick Sarian, yeah, he does the directing. He had like some people here helping with all the filming and the props and all that, but he does the editing as well. He's a genius.
Very well edited video, yeah, very well done.
I still can't get over your voice, dude. Like how you can go from such extremes. The first time I heard you guys, I was listening to it like through headphones, and I was like, "Oh, they have 2 vocalists, cool, like that's sweet." and then I watched the video, and I was like, "Oh, what?" Holy shit! Yeah, it still amazes me.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. And it helps to have all these guys be able to sing too, so we can like. That's what creates that just massive wall of sound with all the vocals. That's one of the things that we like to utilize big time.
That's awesome.
It's so like theatric, the music. There's like a theatric quality to it. It's the next track we're gonna check out after this. We're gonna check out The Ripper, and I love that song because it's almost like you're watching a stage play while you're listening to it. That's how it feels like when you're listening to that song. I see you smiling, so that's good. I don't know, this band gets flack sometimes, but it reminds me of my favorite Avenged Sevenfold song. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
You got to show him, dude.
Oh, where is it? Hold on a second. There it is.
Oh, nice. Dude. Oh, sweet.
No, we're all huge A7X fans, so that's a huge compliment to us. So thank you.
I know. I think every time sometimes a band gets popular and people start shitting on them, like just because they're big, right? But it's a great band. Always. It's a great. I like their music.
So good. There's this, good music is good music. Like, leave the band alone. They got famous. You did. Sorry.
Oh man, that's awesome, Alex. You have a friggin' tattoo, so that's sweet. I like when I actually get things right. Last names I don't get right, but at least I know what I can hear in music. So
you nailed it so far, man. Everything.
Oh yeah,
except for last names. All right, let's keep going. Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's go. Oh, that's pretty cool. It looks like you guys are on the Wicked Wally webcast, actually, right there with the red board, with the red border and the. It's like
that's awesome.
Yeah, you can. So that's the layered vocals. Hey, so that scream in there, you can hear like multiple voices. That's all you guguys. That's multiple members of the band at the same time, right?
For the screams, normally, like if you hear like a low one layered under the ones I'm doing, it's normally Alex.
Oh,
he has, like,
nice.
He has a really dope, like really low growl scream. So he usually does those kind of backing vocals.
Right.
With all of us, that's normally just for the clean vocals because these guys are all amazing singers. So we do all the harmonies and shit. But yeah, for the screams, it's normally Alex doing the backing screams.
Thanks. Cool, nice.
The ladies love the low voice.
Tell me about it. All right. Actually, I want to ask folks in the chat, who here likes Avenged Sevenfold? We got some folks watching right now. Any Avenged Sevenfold fans out there, or haters? Either or. We will either agree with you or try to disagree with you. Any
haters? I'll tell you wrong.
That's right. Yeah, Alex wants to challenge.
Ban button. We're gonna just ban you.
I'm gonna challenge your hate with some.
Oh, Jason says no comment.
Oh no!
We have a hater, man. That sucks.
I mean, here's the thing too: is like for me, it depends a lot on like which era of the band because they've been around for a long time.
That's
so like,
true too.
To me, some of the new stuff I'm not a huge fan of, but like when I was around like Nightmare and like all the older stuff, I love.
Yeah, Nightmare is a great album. Nightmare is a fantastic album. has ever happened? Did anyone ever like go after their counselor or their therapist?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, those people are in some like pretty severe situations. I'm sure it's happened. Hopefully not, but I'm sure it has.
Yeah, yeah. Just to be, I want to let people know, I have nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with therapy, by the way. I actually go on occasion myself. So seek mental help, seek counselors and stuff like that. You know, take care of your mental health. I made a joke about it, but I just want to make sure everyone knows that I'm not against it.
See your counselor.
Yeah,
they're there to help you. Leave them alone.
No, yeah, definitely. Blood on the hands. Was that fun to shoot? Like killing all of your buddies? Is that?
It was.
Or was it hard to shoot?
It was so much fun. No, and it's funny actually. That one scene where you see Isaac hit the floor.
Yeah.
Oh. That take specifically, he actually like I didn't push him that hard. But he was committed to that scene. So he fell so hard. We all thought he was concussed. He hit his head so hard on the ground, you could like hear it smack.
Oh.
It was.
Oh. That's.
Yeah, like it's funny because like I was there for some of the editing of this, and we were watching back that clip, and you can see in the background we had to cut it to where you didn't see the reaction of all these guys sitting in the background because all of a sudden they're just like, oh
yeah.
It was funny, but yeah, he was feeling it for like a few days after that.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It was
yeah.
But that was a very very fun scene to film.
Bassist too. Like
what's up?
Two-hand tapping that bass, man, that's not easy, man.
No.
Like, that was so cool. I watched that over like 8 times.
Yeah, Isaac is not human with the way he plays. He's incredible.
Absolutely.
We got so lucky getting him.
And
I love him.
Cephalophodicus Nate in the chat says, but I'm quickly becoming a fan of Screams of Syrens.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Oh, actually, don't drop the S's, by the way. Vito, you got to tell that story.
I was gonna say, when you go to look these guys up, don't forget the S's at the end, because it'll send you straight to Pornhub. And I'm not kidding.
Wait, will it really?
Dude, I was talking to my buddy on the phone last night. And he's like, what band's on? And I was like, Screams of Syrens. He also spelled siren wrong without the Y.
Right.
So he like typed it into his computer. He's like, dude, are you fucking with me? Like, send me to Pornhub. And I was like, no, dude, I'm telling you, it is. It's a wicked band from SoCal. And then I was like, how did you spell it? And I was like, you forgot the S. Oh, and it's actually Y. No. And then there's an S at the end of that one too.
Yeah, so Scream of Syrens is what he looked up. I could see that being a porn thing, actually.
Oh no, that's not good. That's so bad. If we have a bunch of kids going to look us up, and that's not good, man.
As long as they spell it correctly, they'll be okay.
We're gonna have to do like a whole ad campaign on that. Like, don't drop the Y or the S's.
Yeah, don't spell.
No.
That's terrible.
It's kind of funny.
It's hilarious, but like, it's bad that you come across if you're looking for a band.
Because I'm sure you have a lot of younger viewers too. Your audience, I think, would appeal to more like a younger metalhead as well. You know, like a younger generation as well. It's not. It's more. It's a very modern sound. It's not like old school heavy metal or that kind of stuff. It's very modern sound. So yeah. All right. Let's check out the end of the video. All right, we'll check out the end of the video because there is an ending here. I guess you kind of already see what's happening, but yeah, I have a question about the very end here that I wanted to ask about. So.
Doesn't want me and the devil listens.
Oh.
Jack?
Morning, Cap.
What we got here? Ritualistic bullshit, that's what it looks like.
I don't even know what I told the department with this one. Who does this kind of thing?
He's one sick fuck.
Younger brother.
I hate this kind of stuff, man. It makes it so complicated.
Who are these gentlemen here acting in the video?
I totally creeped on you, so I kind of know who one of them is.
Okay.
Got all the answers, man.
Right, dude. This is like the most in-depth
already.
The older guy, is he studio musician for you?
That's
studio.
Trevor's dad.
He's actually my dad.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is this the studio guy?
Well,
I looked.
He
on
also
your website.
is. Yeah, he is as well.
Oh, okay. I wasn't incorrect.
Yeah. Music runs in my family. My parents were in a prog band for 30 years, so it's
cool. Oh, that's so cool. Are they still out? Like, do they still make music? Can you find them like online and stuff like that?
You know what? It's funny because when they had their music out, it was all like on tape and stuff. It was in, I think the last stuff they did was like in the 80s.
Right.
So we're actually, since I own a studio and I'm a producer and recording engineer, I actually have been talking to them, and I want to produce their albums so they can bring it back and actually have like digital copies of all their stuff, like newly produced.
Oh, dude, yes.
Yeah, and it's honestly, like, even without being biased, it's really good music.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It's amazing.
I'm sure
I'm so excited to like start working on that.
Oh, and I missed this from
make like a collab.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I kind of will, because Alex and a couple of my guys are gonna fill in on the instruments.
Beautiful.
So it'll be like a Screams of Syrens with their band is called Wind Shadow. It'll be like Screams of Wind Shadow.
Nice. And I forgot to mention in the chat, I missed this from earlier. That Ninja Nico says, "I love this band." Do you know who that is?
So Nico is actually in the video. He's one of the detectives.
Oh, cool. Okay, which one's Nico?
He's wearing the Screams of Syrens shirt.
Yeah, he's the one that's next to my dad talking to him.
He's one sick fuck.
Oh, there, the one who says he's one sick fuck. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's Nico.
Oh, awesome! This is sweet. We got in the chat. We got Nico watching. That's awesome.
Dude, shout out to Nico, man. Check out his Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, he does Twitch, eh?
He's a streamer. Yep.
Nice.
Beautiful.
What's your Nico? If you put your handle or your username or whatever it is in the chat, the Twitch name, I'll let everyone know where to follow you. So I'll mention it on stream. That Ninja Nico. Oh, it is right there. That's his name.
That's his name everywhere.
That Ninja Nico _. Yeah, Twitch was just new to me. I discovered Twitch so I could do this. So I'm still
awesome.
a little bit new to the Twitch, but yeah. But because this show's on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Anyway, let's check out the end of the video.
Kind of stuff, man. It makes it so complicated. Oh, the way to start today.
There's Nico. That Ninja Nico.
Call dispatch. Tell them we need a cleanup crew out here.
I like how the killer very conveniently ripped little holes in the bags so you guys could breathe.
Okay, yeah. It was
You're not supposed to know that.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I noticed.
Part of it. I think that day was like 105 degrees.
Whoa. Okay.
What is that in Celsius?
It was no, not Celsius.
What is that? No, Celsius. No, he said, what is that in Celsius?
Oh, what is that in Celsius?
Because that'd be boiling. That'd be boiling. Yeah.
No, yeah, it was like 105, and
probably over plus 40.
Every take, we would have to bring this giant umbrella over them just because they were just sweating, and it was terrible.
I'm claustrophobic, and that scene made me uncomfortable. I was like, no.
It was very, because we were stuck in those plastic bags for I don't know how long, man. I think we were shooting that for maybe about half hour.
Oh, it was closer to an hour.
Was it? Shoot, it was. And we're just like the second we put those bags on, we're like, dude, I am sweating.
No
I'm
shit.
Uncomfortable. This shot's gonna look sick.
I got to be the typical vocalist at that point. I was over in the shade drinking water.
So pissed, man. I was like looking over at him, like, man, fuck you. You come over here and do this.
It was the greatest.
You guys got beat up, concussions. You got to give your bandmates concussions, and you just sit there and.
Perks of being the front man, right?
Yes, indeed.
Always having all the fun. Always out back low in the van. He's out there talking to women and people at the merch
I got to make the face appearance, man.
And for all the Canadian viewers right now watching the show, or even after the fact, 100 degrees Fahrenheit is 38 degrees Celsius. So that's
it was
how.
105.
Oh, it's 105. Oh, okay, hold on.
It was about 105.
We'll go back into the calculation. 40. It's 40. 40 degrees. Holy shit.
Fuck me.
Southern California can get really not fun.
I don't know the last time I've been somewhere that was that hot. Like, I don't know. I have
You're lucky.
no idea.
You're really lucky.
Dude, it's like it's cold here.
Yeah.
It's like every day in California, man. It's hot all the time.
There they are. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the end of the video. I think, any more to say about that, guys, or pretty much covers it, the music video?
We went through a lot of what was in there.
We went through a lot. Yeah, we went through a lot. Let's go next. Sorry, guys. Vito, you did some research on the band as well. Actually, I'll turn over to you for a second. I'll let you ask some questions tonight
So I got a couple questions. I seen that you guys played a couple all ages shows. How's that? Like, there's not a lot of all ages venues up here, so there's not really like, I don't even know what an all ages show looks like anymore. How did that go over?
Oh, it's the best. It's
the best, eh?
Yeah, it's not having it be like 18 or over and 21 over. You can get like a really wide audience in there. That's actually the majority of what we have and what we play down here, and just like touring and stuff in the area. It's the way to go.
And also, like, I was looking on your on a couple of your stories. You guys' shows start so early down there. Like, for us, our shows, like, doors are at 8, first band's at 9, last band goes on at midnight.
Whoa.
Damn.
Like,
yeah, that's typical.
Like, nobody wants to be the last band ever.
Yeah.
Never want.
Oh, thanks for the follow, that Ninja Nico.
Yeah.
It's like I saw like 7, like some of the bands starting at 7. That's awesome. Like, shows done by like 10 something. I can like go to bed at a decent time.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is due to like sound restrictions or like sound ordinances for cities. Like they can't play loud music past a certain hour.
So we have that here too. You can't play music, like loud music, past like 11. But if you're a band or a club, if you're a club or like a live music venue, 2 a.m. is like the cutoff. So yeah, I saw those set times and I was like, wow, I wouldn't mind going to those shows because I'd still be awake like when the last band's playing.
Yeah.
Right,
I'd still be like pumped. And then you could go out after. Like, you could go and like get a beer, or like you're not getting home. Like, some of the bands that I've hung out with, after they play a gig, by the time they load out all the equipment and get home, it's like 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to be able to like to get out by like 11 o'clock and be loaded and just done.
That's cool.
Usually the only shows that go like super late are bar shows, which we don't really do anymore. We just do like the venues, the bigger venues and stuff. So I'm glad to not be doing that midnight thing as much.
Absolutely. The other thing I saw with you guys is you guys tour in the winter, which up here you never do that. Like, that is a big no-no because you don't know if you're going to be able to get from one city to the next because of the snow, right? So, and you guys came all the way up to like Idaho, and I was like, man, that's risky.
Dude,
like,
actually, we had some scary moments on that one for sure. Like, going into Idaho, I don't know if you remember that, Alex, but
I do.
There was this one pass specifically that we went through that I was driving, and I'm not like the best snow driver, so I pulled over. I was like, fuck this, somebody else is doing this. I'm not going to be responsible if we get into a wreck right now.
Yeah, seriously.
It was dangerous.
Especially when you don't have like winter tires. I'm guessing you guys run summers all year round.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a regular van we rented that just had normal tires for California. So like rolling through like Washington and like Oregon and Idaho. It wasn't snowing too bad, but I mean, there was snow like on the freeway, so we had to take it real slow. But I mean, some of those views were just like, see, there you go.
Oh, yeah, shit, I'm pulling it up right now. That's why all of a sudden, while he gets quiet, he's pulling something up. So. And if Wally's talking about himself in the third person, he's not paying attention. Okay, so you guys are driving on the road, and this next this is from your Instagram. You got some really great videos on here.
Oh, there we go. There's the snow.
Yeah, so what is that? You guys like covered in snow, and you just like kind of leaned your heads down, or what is that?
Just fucking around throwing snow up in the air.
Oh, okay. Right. This video is great. See the beginning of it again.
Where are we at, Trevor?
I have no fucking idea.
Somewhere cold and white. Frankie, where are we at?
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
You know what's? And you guys are not dressed for the weather at all.
Californians, man.
I know.
It's kind of frozen.
Bunch of California boys in like Idaho. Oh my! Is this Idaho right now? Is this where we're?
That one I think was going towards Reno.
Reno. Wow.
Okay. Yeah,
it's on like a mountain pass going from San Francisco into Reno, so there's like a really big mountain pass snowing. Yeah, it was scary.
That's freaking brave, man. You guys are brave doing that in the wintertime. Yeah.
Where are we at, Trevor?
I have no fucking idea.
Somewhere cold and white. Frankie, where are we
it
at?
looks like out here right now.
That's just the story.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Way more snow.
That's exactly what it looks like here. Yeah, we had a huge dump of snow just now. And then this is actually.
Yo, we just got here.
This is great. This video, this is smart, you guys. You had a freaking crock pot in the van. So that I'm a fan of crock pots. So
to Portland. We're about to crack open this fucking pot roast. That's how we do, baby. Yeah. What you know about that?
I could just
that thing for like 10 hours. It was
amazing.
It was such tender meat.
And I wish I could have been part of that tour. I was
so
pissed.
Yeah, that was
pissed.
that tour because of their work. Alex and Donald. They were not able to go on that one, which really sucked.
Oh,
so we had two fill-ins on that one, and shout out to them. They did amazing filling in, but that would have been way more. It would have been so much. It would have been so nice to have Alex and Donald there.
I was like on the verge of tears man, when I was like, I tried to get like time off work and like, no, you can't go anywhere. And I actually got yelled at for trying to get like time off work. And I was like, so I felt like shitty. I missed the tour. And then shitty because like my work wouldn't let me go, but I was just dude. I was that whole week you guys were gone. I was just like, dude, this like fuck my life. Like,
dude,
straight up shitty.
I felt bad about posting anything because I was like,
He's gonna see it.
I was like, they're not
I saw
here.
Everything. I saw everything, and I was just like, dude, like, it's like just like getting stabbed in the heart. Like, your band's having fun and you're at work doing nothing. Like,
oh, that sucks.
But, I mean, it was unfortunately it was one of those things where we had it booked, so the show must go on. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
As shitty as it is, like that's just kind of the way it goes sometimes.
For sure. So I have an apology to make to one of the audience members, maybe a couple of them. I was looking at the wrong tab on my little stream setup here. Josh Pinto in the chat says, I was watching on YouTube, but no one was talking to me. Lol. Hey, guys. So let me look at the chat. I was clicking. I apologize. There's a bunch of things I got to click to make everything work. So I'm going to go quickly through the chat here. Oh, Diane says, Drinky Poo, too funny. Nice haircut, Vito. Where do they live in California? The Inland Empire actually is the area of California,
I didn't even know what that was until I Googled it.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
It's not like saying Los Angeles. It's just outside of LA County.
Yeah.
So we're like on the outskirts of Los Angeles, so it's near.
Oh, then Josh was saying, I do. I love them. Thanks, man. Yeah, well, don't worry. We're going to keep talking to you now. I'm looking at the right thing. Isaac actually is on Facebook right now. It says, pot roast. Isaac Stephen Water. Pot roast. So, don't worry.
That's our bassist. That's Isaac.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no shit. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so don't worry. I'm watching now. I can see the Facebook chat. I can see the YouTube chat. Don't worry, folks. We're going to get you involved too. I just have to always remember to click the extra button to see those stuff. So you're all involved. You're all there, and there's still 12 people. There's 12 people watching right now. Folks, send your questions, send your comments. You make the show better. So yeah, we want to hear. We want to hear from you. Awesome. I think I'm almost ready to check out your next song. We got a chance to pull up your video, your tour video in the wintertime. That was pretty nuts. I have a question.
No, you go.
I'm going to ask a question. We're fighting. I want to ask a question. You're very much a do-it-yourself kind of band, right? So, because Vito was talking a bit about this, and you probably know a little bit more. We can ask about this as well as Trevor. You do the mixing, right? You produce the music of the band. You do the mixing for the band, and you see a lot of that in our local scene as well. I was actually really interesting to find the same things going on in other parts of the, other countries, other states, other parts of the world as well, where you see a lot of that in our scene. Is there a lot of that in your scene too? Is a lot of the bands that you either play with or tour with, or no, do they have to kind of do it them? Is it kind of a do-it-yourself thing now?
Yeah, it's starting to be a lot more than it used to be. Because like I would say around like 2015, 2016, that's when we started doing it, because we went to a producer in Los Angeles that made us realize we don't need anybody else.
Oh my god!
It was
a nightmare of an experience.
It was such a bit. The only good thing that came out of it is that's actually where we met our manager.
Oh,
and that's
nice.
That's like the good, like I would go through it again to meet him. So, but that was like the only good thing.
Mr. Todd Koval?
Yes, sir.
Koval?
I think it's Koval.
Koval. Oh my god. I gotta find another way to pronounce it wrong.
So
but yeah,
I don't know if it helps with the pronunciation. He's Canadian too, so I don't know if it makes a difference.
Awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, so I mean, that was the only good thing that came out of it. It was a shit show from start to finish. The dude was incompetent. He was rude. He
tried to pit us against each other.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
He really did. Like, it was, I think, me, Alex, and the drummer that we had at the time, Drew. We went outside to talk, and he was talking to Donald and our old bassist Brian, and he was like saying, I can't remember what he was saying, but stuff like, oh, they're holding you guys back, and you should do this and that. And it was just like, dude, this is not your place. Like, what are you doing?
He was trying to change our sound and like what we were doing, and just like the way we played, and it was just like, dude, like this is totally against like what we're all about.
Right.
And he was all like, well, I have like all these awards, and I've produced like crazy like big celebrities, so like I know what I'm talking about. I'm like, well, fuck you, dude. Like I don't give a shit what you did. I was like, doesn't mean you're right. you know? And then like I think it was like a couple days, like we spent a couple days there, and then we showed like what we did to Trevor's dad, and that look on his face when we showed him, he gave us this look. It was like, he's like, dude, what the fuck was that?
I think he actually said that, because my dad's he's a producer engineer as well.
Yeah.
So he knows his way around sound. So he was able to tell us like, what?
Like, oh, dude, like he was straight horrified at what came out of that studio, and this guy's like, he's like he bragged about like I forgot who he recorded or what his credits were.
Mustaine from Megadeth or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he gives us this like cut of our first song. I think it was what song was it? It was a Dark Place. This Dark Place. And then we're listening to it. I'm like, dude, this sounds like just straight garbage. Like someone farted in a trash can and closed the lid. And I was like, then Dave was like, dude, this is over compressed. It's like, this is not you guys. Like, no, none of this. And we're like, okay, cool. And then we're like, hey, fuck off. And then we're done. He got all mad.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't need you guys, and you need me more. I'm like, okay, fuck you. And then we took it ourselves, and here we are.
Yeah.
Trevor, is that when you decided to take the reins and do the mixing and learn how to do all that, or how did that come about?
Because I went to school for this for all this studio stuff back in 2010. So I was already in it, but up to that point we were kind of like, we had the idea that okay, to make it, we got to go to these big studios and like spend all this money and like get it professionally done and whatever. And it was the glitz and the glamour of it all, I guess. But then like after that, we realized, and we're just like, you know what? We just need like a good sound. We need some good music to be able to put out there. And what we do is we get it mastered by the mastering for the songs done by other people that are like really like bigger in the industry. So we have that done by like really amazing people. But I mean, as far as the rest of the stuff, you know, we do it ourselves, and it, you know, I think it sounds good. It does.
It sounds excellent. It sounds fantastic. Yeah, and that's pretty common too. A lot of bands that I've interviewed in the past and that mix their own stuff still go elsewhere to do the mastering. They want that second ear. They want that second set of ears.
It's the second ear, and like for anyone that doesn't know much about mastering, it takes the gear. Like it's completely different from mixing. Like there's different gear, there's different knowledge, there's different techniques. So I didn't go to school for like mastering and learn that really well. So for me, I like to send it out and get it done by somebody that has like, you know, all $100,000 worth of gear for mastering and shit. It's like, it makes sense.
And actually, I've asked this question before when I had a local producer on my old show, but I'll ask you the question, Trevor, just for folks watching now, because I found this really interesting. Very quickly, if you can, simplify it. Talk to me like I'm 5. The difference between mixing and mastering. Could you explain that for folks?
So mixing, basically you have the recorded tracks. You have like, let's say for us, and I know this is going to sound insane, but for us, normally our sessions will have anywhere from 120 to 180 individual tracks in it. Like they're gigantic sessions. I mean, we have strings, we have horns, we have effects, we have a lot of shit going on. So just for example, like ours, so you take all these however many tracks, and you mix it all to sound like a really dope song, and that goes into one file, which is, you always do like a WAV file. So the WAV file is then taken by a mastering engineer, and that's kind of where the final touches get added. So you do some more compression on it, you do some more EQing. It's just like the final touches
to the one track.
So the individual tracks get slammed into one track. That one track gets given to somebody else or whoever else, and they do the final touches and give it the industry standard leveling on it and make it like a radio ready song, basically.
Right.
And then the easiest way I think I can explain.
Yeah, and then before that is the engineering, and engineering is for the recording. So you want to record the instruments, the vocalists, all that kind of stuff, getting all the gear working. So you can record. That's the engineering part of it. So that's engineering, mixing, and mastering. So I had to learn that. I didn't know any of that until I had a producer on my show, and I'm like, hey, I've always wanted to know this, and it might make for bad radio, but I want to ask you guys and ask them about it. And honestly, it was the best part of the show. People were texting in like, that's really interesting, and so I thought I'd mention it here for everyone watching. Got some more people watching in the chat as well. So
yeah, it's not one of those things.
Yeah.
So like you were saying, you have 128 of those tracks. I was wondering how you get there's some symphonic sounds and like operatic sounds in your tracks. Who does those? Like how? I was just so curious about that.
So you're talking about like the orchestra and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's me and Alex do pretty much like most of that stuff. Like we'll sit here and I have like the setup. I have a keyboard and I have a bunch of like plugins that have all these different sounds on it. And so it's unfortunately none of it's like real players, which that's like one of the goals is we would love to work with like a big symphony, obviously, which would be amazing.
So expensive. Oh
yeah, expensive.
It's like $100K to get them on one track. Yeah.
Oh, golly.
So that'll come later.
Eventually, when we're rich.
Yeah. Let's get a little bit more fame under our belts, right? But yeah, so I mean, we basically just write everything out. It's like. And that's like kind of goes back to what we said. We like to make mini movies. We look at it as scoring a movie. Like sometimes the way like even we write songs is like sometimes I'll just be sitting in here doing some whatever on the keyboard, come up with like a small orchestra kind of sound like track. So it's just the orchestral elements, and then I'll send it to these guys, and they'll start messing with like guitars over it and stuff. So we have a weird way of working that I don't think a lot of people do it like us, but it works well.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I want to check out your next track. Sorry, Vito, if you still have another question, we'll listen to some music. So Screams, we have The Ripper we're going to listen to. Before we get to that, there's a comment from Isaac Stephen Waters. Yes, Waters in the chat, who said pot roast earlier. He used to like the pot roast, but now he's saying it's like mixing is baking the cake, mastering is icing the cake.
That is actually probably the best way to explain it. Like, that's exactly what it is.
It's the icing on the cake. Gotcha.
Yep. Well
perfect.
done, Isaac.
Perfect. Perfect. I also heard it described as making it like. It's a weird term because it's not really used as much anymore, but radio ready, like radio volume, like the volume is appropriate for the radio, and then the levels are appropriate for what you would hear across, in more commercial sound and stuff like that. So that's kind of how it's explained. Anyway, I want to check out The Ripper. I'm just going to play it off here on Spotify for now, and we'll listen to a bit of it. I don't think we're going to get through the whole track, but I want to listen to a bit of it. Like I said, this song made me think of Avenged Sevenfold, and just not it's not even close to being like a ripoff or a homage to it, but just something about it reminded me of A Little Piece of Heaven.
I think I've heard that before, actually.
I have too. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a weird. I think it's just the quirkiness of the whole thing. It's got a similar kind of vibe.
Yeah,
to
it's very quirky. Yeah. Okay,
that
cool.
could have been like a subconscious thing for us. Who knows?
maybe, but it's even if it is like subconsciously inspired by it, it's definitely its own thing. So anyway, let's check it out. The Ripper, and okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess on this one. Jack the Ripper, maybe.
Nailed it.
Yep.
It's about Jack the Ripper. Okay. All right. Let's check it. Let's check it out. There, is it loud enough? No. There we go. And that's you, Trevor, on the keyboards, right? Playing.
Yeah, that's. I think on that one, Alex and I both were like very half and half on that entire intro for sure.
Oh,
so
nice.
Remember, Alex, you did a lot of the
Awesome.
flute work and stuff with it. Yeah, it's a collaboration.
Do you play flute, or is that samples? Is it like a sample flute?
It's keyboard.
Okay.
Keyboard. It's all keyboard.
Yeah.
Strong, but a heart so cold. Forever did he try to deny the feelings he knew he had inside. The thirst for blood. Tonight is the night that shakes. His twisted mind, he saw this night as his moment to strike.
I think that's why it's like a stage. Like I feel like your acting is coming through while you're singing. Like
Man,
it's like you're playing a character.
You're like the best person ever that's ever interviewed us.
Whoa! Thank you
really
so much. Thank you so much.
You get it so much. It's crazy. Like, yeah, that's we like when I was saying we like to do the whole like mini movies at the same time. Like we're the theatrics of it and the acting of it is a big thing with us too. So that's exact. I mean, yeah, we one of our like kind of mini dreams is to at some point have a stage play made out of our music. That's like one of those things where like how cool would that be?
Or at very least, I mean, this would be taking a page from Avenged Sevenfold, right? But doing an animated, even something animated, getting someone to animate it, right? That'd be kind of cool too, because you could do whatever you already had in your mind could be possible. It wouldn't be as as expensive because doing something in real life would be pretty pricey, and you could pull it out of your imagination if it's animated.
Yeah. I mean, especially with this song too. Sorry, go ahead, Alex.
I was like, we threw that around actually, like creating an animated like music video.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it actually came out. It was a little bit more expensive than actually shooting it live.
Oh, was it? Oh, fair enough. Oh, fair enough.
Originally for this song, that was actually one of the plans. But yeah, it was. I think one person quoted us like $10,000. So we're like,
oh, okay, fair enough. Okay,
yeah, a little out of the budget. So that's why there was no video ever made for this one, because it was. Yeah. We figured we couldn't really do it justice filming a music video without like these crazy sets and all this. Right. Stuff like that. So we didn't want to make a video that didn't match the song quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that totally makes sense. And then Isaac, your bass player, the what do you call it? The therapist in the video. He's chiming in again. He said this is a very niche reference, but when I was writing The Ripper with these guys, I thought it was like a badass version of the song, the Dracula track written by the main character in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I don't get that reference. Do you know the reference, Vito?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, really? Oh, I know. Now I know.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
And
kind of hard to believe.
Right at the end with the puppet, right? Yeah,
the puppet show.
Yeah.
Man, I want to meet Isaac. I want to meet all you guys. Fuck, I wish we didn't live so far away. You
And
guys sound so sick.
And we could travel too.
We got plans of touring to Canada once the shit's over, so we'll
Let us know.
Absolutely.
We'll get you some venues here.
Yeah. I know promoters and festival organizers throughout BC, and I know a bunch of people. So get a hold of me, let me know, and I'll put you in touch with them. So
we will be there.
Yeah. Let me know.
SOS is coming to Canada.
Let me know. Yeah. It's shocking. I don't know how the metal scene is in Southern California.
Terrible.
But is it? Okay, fair enough.
I'm not gonna. I don't like talking shit, but I'm just gonna say it's not that great.
Yeah, it's the last 4 years has been
Because Vito, you can back me up on this. Our scene is small. Calgary is known for the Calgary Stampede. We're Cowtown, yeehaw, country music, ho ho ho. That's what we are, yeehaw, roping cowboys, and well, that's okay. That's good. When you then you probably like Calgary.
I like country music.
Okay, what Calgary is, to put this in perspective, what Calgary is if you took Dallas and Denver and you put them together, that's what our city is.
That is a perfect.
It's like mountains and cowboys.
That's perfect.
That sounds amazing.
That does. That's like my ideal place.
And weed is legal.
And weed is legal. Yeah, that's right. Well, actually, California isn't it legal there too? Yeah. So you're good there. Anyway, so the point I was trying to make is that it's a small scene. I think we have usually about 100 active heavy or heavier bands at all times, and a good chunk of them are actually very talented. I was very shocked once I started doing the radio stuff to find out how many amazing talented bands we have in the city, legit. But they bind together because we have so much distance to cover here. You toured through the northern states, and there's places that are probably how far apart, driving through snow and all that shit. It's like that here. That's just where it is everywhere. So all the bands, the promoters, there's not a lot of there's maybe some competition, but mostly it's people getting together and helping each other. So is that right, Vito? Did I get that right?
I fully agree with you, Wally. It really is. There's obviously competition between bands.
Sure.
But there's more camaraderie than competition.
Yes. That is the best way to put it. That's the best way to put it. And I mean, I did a community radio show for 3 years. I busted my ass. I interviewed a bunch of bands, went to festivals. I did as much as I could with it. But I was embraced by the people here in the scene. And and I was just so lucky to have that. So please, guys, if you want to come up here, let me know. I'll put you in touch with some people. I would love to have you. We would love to have you here.
All about it. I mean, that's been in the plans for a while. It's just, I think actually this past year, before everything went crazy, we were going to try to plan something like that. So
sorry.
It needs to definitely happen.
Yeah, and you know who else knows, by the way? John Asher. He's the one who sent over your EPK to me. Yeah. He's a good guy too. So reach out to me. John is a great guy too to get you contacts with people. He knows a lot of people as well. So John's a really good contact as well for that. So
the other thing about coming up the coast is you could do Seattle one night, Vancouver the next night, and it's a quick drive. There's not much distance between those two cities at all.
Right.
And Vancouver's got a wicked metal scene.
Yeah.
A wicked Hyperia's out there. There's some shows we could hook you up with for sure. Although they might be late ones. You might have to.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know what? As long as we're out there doing that, none of us are gonna care.
Right.
Totally.
Right.
Sorry.
All right.
That was a tangent.
Jonathan Zermio says, "Love these guys. Great workout music."
Oh, yeah.
Johnny.
He's actually me and him have been best friends since Jesus Christ.
A long time.
Almost
nice.
almost 20 years, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we went to high school together, man. Shout out to Johnny. What's up, man?
Shout out to Johnny.
Johnny!
What's up, Johnny? And then Carrie Atkins in the chat says, bring more metal to Canada. Would definitely go out to see Screams of Syrens. Thank you, Carrie, for that message. Yeah, I would too. Absolutely. 100%.
We'll be there as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as all this COVID stuff is lifted, man, it's just like we're
on our way.
Oh man, we're just itching to get out there again, man. Yeah. Like, it's almost been an entire year since we were on stage.
Right.
March 7th, we played in Arizona. That was the last show we played, and it hurts so bad.
Hurts for the audience too. Like I mean, I would go to at least, not exaggerating, three shows a month, sometimes 5 every weekend and more. Like there's a lot of music to be had in this city, which we're fortunate about.
We are, yeah.
But man, I just to feel the music, I miss it. We all do.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the worst thing not to be able to just be there and feel it. It's horrible.
Yeah, and Isaac wants to come to Canada too. Let's check out a little bit more of the Ripper. I'm looking at the time, and not that this show can go as long as you guys want it to. Honestly, there's no time limit, but at the same time, people will get bored eventually. So I want to listen to a little more of the.
7 people are gone.
Yeah, I want to listen to a little more of the Ripper. Let's get to at least to the chorus, and then I have some more fun stuff to bring up. I'm sure Vito does too.
After we get to that, I do want to at least get some of the end in, because that's what I was mentioning before with the 4-part harmonies. Like that's where they really come in. So I definitely
sure. Yeah, let's get to the chorus. We can stop there, and then I'll skip kind of towards the end, and we'll try to get that in there too. Sure. Right on the F-bomb. I love this kind of shit. I just love it. I just soak it up. So do you want to, Trevor, just said towards the end there's the vocal harmonies? See if I can...
Yeah, towards the end. I do want to give a big shout out to Donald for that high singing part right there. He's the one that did I did the screaming on that, and he did that really. Right. Now she is mine. He crushes that vocal.
Wow.
Dude,
Donald, the other guitarist. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That's what I'm saying. Like all these guys are such amazingly talented vocalists that like I like try to get as much of them in it as possible when we're recording this shit, because they're so good, and it's so much fun to be able to work with them on the vocal stuff. It's awesome.
I like telling you no.
He does.
I
have to force him in a lot of the shit I make him sing.
Really?
No.
Wow.
Don't want to sing.
Oh, but it's so good. Anyway, Vito?
Speaking of singing, you know what? One video I really enjoyed was your cover of Simple Man. That really showed.
Yeah.
Dude, it showed like you dude, you have a wicked voice.
I have
and Alex is a crazy guitar player.
I have that queued up, so we can check that out right after this. So let's.
I forgot about that video.
And your vocal booth is really cool. Like that's your vocal booth, isn't it?
That's an old one actually. Yeah, I have a new one. Okay. But yeah, that's the old one. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cool.
I'll be quiet now.
That's okay. Am I too far ahead? Or where do I go?
Yeah, that's you have to skip back a little bit, like maybe a minute back. It's a long song, I know.
Here, let's try. Close? Okay.
The
Fair enough.
Beautiful, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's one of the fun things is like being able to not have to like double some voices and whatever. That's literally just all of us singing together.
Right,
And
right.
a fun little fact about the ending of that
I was
song.
hoping you were going to bring it up. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
I have
okay.
to, man.
Okay.
That last piano part that you hear, that really old, like creepy piano kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Is actually played by Trevor's mom on like a piano they've had for I don't even know how long.
That's an old piano, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trevor's mom. Shout out.
Yeah.
Casey.
She's an amazing pianist. So we had her,
Nice.
we mic'd the piano and just had her just go for it and just riff, and it came out amazing.
Oh, dude, I remember one time a long time ago. I forget. I was actually, I forget when. It was like years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I was walking, like we were having a party or whatever, like during the day, and like she ran to the piano and like she thought no one was listening, and she was sitting there just like getting after it, like fucking this piano up, dude. I don't know. I have no idea what she was playing. Like I think she was like improvising stuff. But I was walking by and I stopped. I was like, what the fuck? I looked in the room and she's sitting there just like Phantom of the Opera, just just like going. I was sitting there just like just jaw agape, just like, oh my God.
Right.
And she was just fucking up this piano, dude. And she stops, she turns around and goes, huh? So I didn't know you were there. I'm like, dude, that was
keep going.
Right.
Don't stop. Like it was so crazy, man. I just remember like that was like the first time I think I actually ever heard her like actually like get involved in like. I always knew she was because she was a piano teacher, and I always knew that she was like really good because I've heard her play like every now and then, but I never heard her like when she thought she was alone and she was just playing. Like that's when you really know like what a musician's all about. If they're by themselves and they're like feeling something.
Yeah, definitely.
Like they're like locked into like a certain feeling.
It's like that movie Soul. If you've watched the Pixar movie recently, where they're in the zone. Yeah, when he's in the zone. Yeah.
Yeah. So like when you like look into a musician that's like fucking just in it, like just disconnected from anything.
Right.
And they're like sitting there like just like jamming something, and you could like feel it, just energy just coming out of it. And I just remember just getting locked in. I'm like, dude, like you can feel like what she was doing, like, you know, all the emotions and like, yeah, it was amazing. It was just
beautiful.
I saw this a little while ago in the chat. I just didn't want to interrupt, but Brian Hardwick said, "What up?"
Oh, Brian Hardwick. That's our old bassist.
That's our old bassist.
Nice. Vito has a burning question. I can tell. Right? You were trying to ask something for a while now.
No, I was actually gonna ask about that piano part at the end. And it's funny you guys mentioned it, because I was going to say that doesn't sound like a plug-in. Like that sounded pretty real.
That's the thing. We were trying to we're in here. I seriously feel like an hour trying to figure out how we're going to make this sound like a piano from like the Rippers era, like something that was in the cobble street stone, you know, whatever. And we're like, dude, so we just set like 2 mics up on the piano. I did just like slight EQ work on it, but it just came out perfect.
Oh. Beautiful.
Sweet. All right, so we mentioned your Mad World cover. I don't know if we're gonna get through the whole thing, but it's a vocal cover, and like there's such a sweet side to your voice, Trevor, and I guess other members of the band, of course, as well. Like there's a lot of talented vocalists, but this is not metal. So anyone who's going to be watching, this is not a metal track, but it's awesome. It's really, really impressive, and you get to hear the sweeter side of Trevor's voice. I have a couple questions about it. I'm interested, but let's pull this up. I'm gonna pause our background tunes and
I love this cover, dude.
yeah,
It's an amazing cover.
and this is just through Facebook, so it's going to be a little cut off, but we'll get to hear it. So let's hear it.
So normally I do covers on YouTube, but I decided to try out Instagram TV because it looks pretty cool. I've never tried it out, so I wanted to try something out on it. So this is my cover.
Oh, is that echo there because of me, or is it just the
no, that's
the reverb?
In the video.
That's
your
reverb?
I had the live mic. Yeah, it was just the reverb on it.
Okay, perfect.
Mad World.
No, actually, I can pull this up better. Hold on. There we go.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out spaces, worn out places, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere, and their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow.
Okay, the question I have to ask you, and I don't want this to come out the wrong way. I hope it comes out as a compliment, because honestly, the question I have is, besides the reverb, like, is there any auto tune on this? Because the pitches sounds
I refuse to tune the covers that I do, especially the live ones. I don't like that. It's faking. So basically there's just some reverb, like compression, just to make the voice sound studio quality.
Sure.
And EQ, and
but there's no tuning at all.
No,
right?
if I mess up on a take, like that was probably the, let's say, fourth time through it. Just because like if I mess up, I'm like, nope, do it again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there's a certain parts where you hit the high note and it almost it sounds to me so pitch perfect that it's I'm thinking it's a computer.
Yeah,
so hopefully that's a compliment.
No, I really appreciate that. Yeah, some of the compression, I've actually gotten some comments on it on my YouTube page and stuff. Some of like the higher notes with the compression, it gives it kind of a weird sound. So sometimes it can sound a little auto-tuned, but it's just it's the vocals being compressed because of how loud I'm singing.
Right.
So it gives it kind of a weird. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm not even sure what really is going on with it. But yeah, that's just something I've noticed over the years with doing vocals. It just because I have a loud voice when I sing that high. So
gotcha. The
compression's like really grabbing it really hard.
That's okay. That's what I'm hearing then, because it sounds like your pitch is excellent. So Jay in the chat says, I'd forgotten about this song. It's such a good song. Okay, let's listen to some more then.
And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I'd ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world.
Good choice there, by the way. I like that.
Who taught you how to sing?
Good question.
I was originally trained, and you know, it's been a long time, and I really feel bad that I don't remember her name, but I was trained operatically originally.
There you go.
Makes sense.
That makes
sense. My base is opera, and I can sing opera still, and I actually have a song up somewhere. I did Phantom of the Opera somewhere.
Oh yeah, where is it up online somewhere? Or?
You know what? I'm not sure where it is, because I think it's.
Okay.
I honestly don't know.
No worries.
But yeah, so I was originally trained in opera, and then I've just taken lessons, all over the years, and I've been trained since I was about 14, so 16 solid years of training. So I'm glad it at least paid off.
Yeah, because your voice doesn't sound like someone off the street. It's like, oh, I want to start a band. Let's sing.
Yeah.
And I mean, some people can pick that up.
Sure.
And sing okay.
Sure.
But the control you have, like it's silly, man. That's the first thing I noticed. I was like, man, you're just ridiculous.
I put a lot of work into singing. Like I sing every day pretty much. And one of the things I do as a day job, if you can call it, is I sing. People hire me to sing on their projects and stuff. So I'm literally singing every single day.
Oh, nice.
8 hours a day.
Whoa.
Like literally before this, I was singing on some tracks, so I never stopped singing.
Different genres?
Anything from like musical type stuff to I do pop stuff and anything really.
I could see it. Could definitely see it. Okay, I'm gonna rapid fire some stuff here that we pulled up, because I got lots I want to talk about with you guys tonight. I don't want to leave out some of the really juicy stuff. I want to mention your merchandise, because merch is always something. Yeah,
Wicked
definitely
face
do that.
Masks.
You gotta have your face mask now, man.
Oh, it's not. There we go. Now it's loading. Oh, there's oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Killer. Definitely need those now. Scream of Syrens. So, sorry? Oh, there's another one?
It's okay.
There it is.
Yeah, we have
the white one.
A couple different versions, yeah.
Yeah. Fanny pack. I want a fanny pack.
Back, man.
So you got to go with the trends, right?
Yeah, you go through Teespring. That's a good choice. There's some bands I know here are doing that as well. So teespring.com stores Screams of Syrens. I'll throw it in the Twitch chat because I can for my little program here to go to their merch. I can't throw it into the other chats because it's just a limitation of my software. Oh, hey, okay, and if anyone wants to, I know Jay's watching. Hey, he's one of my co-hosts as well. So Jay, if you have a chance, maybe throw the band's merchandise in the other chats. If you're still watching and if you don't mind. You don't have to. Okay. Anyway, I hate giving orders. I don't like giving orders to people. I'm asking you nicely. Teespring.
Need it.
The leggings are nice. Maybe I'll get some leggings. So, I could pull it off. I could pull it off.
You might look better in the joggers, just saying.
Okay,
Take a
fine.
picture and post it up, and we'll see.
You're only seeing me from this far up. You don't know. Like maybe I have amazing legs. All right.
Amazingly supple legs.
Actually, Vito, you knew when I went biking, you commented on my legs. So actually, maybe I could pull it off. Yeah.
Yeah, we did like how many miles was that? We did 70 kilometers that day.
Right, in one day. Yeah.
What's 70? That's like 45 miles?
Probably, yeah.
You guys,
anyway.
You did that on bikes?
Yep.
Yeah, for charity.
That's impressive.
For charity, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Crazy.
Yeah. That was actually Vito's third day of biking. I just did that day, the longest day, but he was doing it for multiple days in a row, so he's a champ.
That's fun.
Yeah, cancer survivor Vito here.
Nope.
So that's.
Oh yeah.
So cool.
Oh,
What do you say?
man.
No.
So awesome.
No, I thought you said the charity was for cancer, but it was for heart.
Right, heartbeats.
Heart transplant recipient too.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
So Vito's lucky to be here. He's still kicking. Yeah, he's doing, and he's amazing. So amazing guy to have.
Enough about me. It's about you guys.
It's about you guys. All right, awesome. And here's another photo. You can explain what this is, Trevor.
Yeah, so that's wow, I need to really update my photos because that's an older photo.
Oh, is it?
That's where I'm sitting right now. Yeah. That's that is my studio. That actually the vocal booth you see straight through there, that was what I was talking about in the video. That's where we filmed the band scenes.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So straight, which is like right here for me. It's just right in front of me.
We'll
that's
go
where we
through
filmed.
these.
We just like draped black stuff all over the walls, and we were able to create a really cool atmosphere.
Right. Oh, hey, I like the poop cushion. That's nice. Little emoji cushion there. That looks comfy. That's right behind you. There it is. There it is. Hold on. Let me play on the big. I'll play on the big screen. There you go.
This is one of my favorite things I have.
Guitars. That's a sick, dude. Do you get a lot of? You get a lot of work? Yeah, I mean that's not weird. I know that's not a weird question. Sorry. Do you do you mix a lot of different bands, different projects?
Yeah, over the years I've done quite a few actually. Lately, I've been pretty much just doing what I was talking about, the vocal stuff. That's pretty much been the main thing I've been doing. I've just been working with clients that I already have like a working relationship with. I'll just have them back in. But I've done quite a few things.
Oh, there's hip hop here. Oh man, prog-metalcore, hip hop. There's everything.
I spent like an hour on that site yesterday.
Yeah,
nice.
I produce pretty much any genre. I don't really. I can do them all pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah, the one thing that kind of stuck out to me. Not a genre I'm into that much, but there was a dude called like Cajun or something.
Yeah.
And there was like a cool riff. There was like a super cool riff on one of the tracks that you put on there. And I was thinking, I'm like, did Trevor put that on? Was that Trevor's riff?
It might have been. I don't know.
Might have been. I don't know.
On those, but yeah, that he's incredibly talented. He's a fun guy to work with.
Yeah,
nice.
It was impressive. There was such variety in all the stuff you produced. That was so cool to see that.
That is one of the fun things about doing it is you get to work with like a lot of music that you pretty much never thought you would. And some of the experiences, yikes. It's an interesting thing having like different people, and I've had a few of the rap clients come in where a few of them had, like, brought in guns, and there's a few weird, stuff like that. So there's a few kind of interesting times occasionally, but I've never really had anything bad happen, so it's always been fun.
That's funny. I love that. And it was just cool. You guys have amazed me just in the time I spent like creeping on you guys.
And speaking of, that's a perfect segue. Speaking of creeping on you guys, I like to pull up weird, silly, interesting, different things from social media, from the band pages and that kind of stuff. I don't tend to dig on someone's personal pages and anything like that. So it's got to be like a public page, but to be fair game. But I have a couple things I'm gonna pull up, and I just want you guys to explain to me what the hell's going on, if that's cool. Okay. All right, so what's going on here? He's wearing an asshole hat. This is your drummer, Christian.
Yes, that's Christian.
What's going on here?
Poncho?
Yeah,
it is a poncho. So it was. I think that was the morning after his birthday, and we were all extremely hungover, and that was one of his birthday presents. Is we all made him a little hat, and we all wrote crazy shit on it, and he was too hungover to care. So.
I've been there. I think we all have. Just do whatever you want to me. I don't care. Okay, this video is the video. It says the video. Okay, the title of this video is "The Moment When You Hear Your Favorite Breakdown." Oh, it's muted. 1 second. You got to hear the music. There we go. Go back. This is the king of
Oh, dude, yes.
Okay,
I really
so
hope Brandon's watching right now.
yeah, so I'll go back to the. So yeah, that's what's that all about?
So that's one of our really good friends, Brandon. He we were up in Colorado. That's at my grandparents' cabin up there. We were doing some work for one of the neighbors. We were putting up a fence or whatever. And as we're doing that, this gigantic beetle just starts bombing him, just dive bombing him. And that was his first time up in the mountains, and that was his first time in like nature. So he was really scared of it. Yeah. So I basically just started filming. He was just running around doing all this crazy movement, trying to swat the bug away. And later I was watching. I was like, dude, it looks like he's hardcore dancing.
It does.
So
it does. It does.
And the greatest thing is he absolutely hates metal. So he's like that one friend. He'll always comment on our stuff saying like, "Oh, you guys suck," blah blah. We're like, "Yeah, fuck you, Brandon." And he's just that one guy. So I loved being able to put him in a video with just like a hardcore breakdown on it.
That's sweet. And the vocal harmonies, we're talking about that, and I did have it queued up for a bit later. I did want to show this video of you guys doing some vocal harmonies. Okay, so hold on. Is this you, Trevor, Alex, and is this Donald as well? Is that the other person doing the harmonies?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let me let me zoom out so we can see it. That'll work. Here, pause my background tune. So we get to hear what the vocal harmonies sound like, just a cappella style. This is a bit of an older video, 2017, but I think I'll give folks an idea. If we could hear it. Always mutes by default. Hold on.
Oh, I remember this one.
There we go. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that was we were writing the very ending part to one of our songs off of Reflections, said Down the Rabbit Hole, right?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that was like the very tail end of that song. We had this like crazy weird harmony section. That's when we were like figuring it out.
Excellent. So it sounded beautiful. Vito, I'll turn it over to you because I know you had some questions too with the band. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Maybe you want to ask about. I feel like we're asking Trevor a lot of questions though, so I don't know. Maybe let's.
I have something. This totally is kind of a little tidbit I kind of noticed while watching Donald play. He holds a pick with his middle finger. Did you guys ever notice that?
Yeah, I have noticed that when he plays it. I have no idea how he does it.
Yeah, I've never seen someone play guitar like holding the pick with the middle finger, and I was like, oh,
he gets it just like this, and just kind of like.
But it works. It works.
He plays phenomenally, man, and that's how it works for him.
I
just
love
goes-
that.
It just goes to show you, like, there's no real like proper way to do it. It's just whatever works for you, man.
Exactly. Yeah, and like, so another question I had for you guys was, before this band, have you guys been in other bands before, or was this kind of like passion, just like bunch of bands, hey?
Where I think me and Donald and Christian actually were in a pop
Automatic
punk
Octane? Is that Automatic Octane? that's
Dude,
something.
This is like the best interview we've ever done.
Yeah, dude, that was actually
what's Automatic Octane? You got to tell everybody.
So Automatic Octane started with it was me, Donald, Christian, our buddy Jared, and I was actually the front man for that band.
Nice.
Oh wow.
And it was like we had a couple originals, and then we did like a couple covers too, and we played one show, and that was all we did. And then
As
right
Automatic
before we
Octane.
Yeah, so right before we broke up, like, hey, we have to change this name, dude. Like Automatic Octane sounds kind of whack.
It sounds like, sorry to interrupt, Alex, but to me it sounds like a power metal band. Doesn't it? Yeah.
It sounds like a power metal band, or like something like kind of hard rock.
Thrash, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that's just not what we were.
Right.
So right before we called it quits, I don't know why we just kind of just stopped doing it. We're like, we need to change this name. Like, what are we gonna be?
And you were on RedTube and you saw Scream of Siren.
No, I was on Pornhub and I saw
Pornhub. Sorry, that's right. It's Pornhub. Right. Get your facts straight, Wally. Right? Yeah.
I think we got Automatic Octane from like one of those like internet like name generators.
Oh my god!
Type in stupid things.
Band name.
Go, here's your band name. I have honestly
isn't that how Post Malone got his name? Wasn't it some sort of band generator? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That was how who else was it? It was somebody else, someone famous who got their name. It was who was it?
That's okay. It'll come back to you. I'm pretty sure. Like I listen to, like, you can't help but know who he is if you listen to any radio or anything whatsoever. Who Post Malone is. My fiance listens to him and stuff. I got her into metal too, by the way. But yeah, his story is that he was it was like a band name. What's your hip hop name? Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That was the hot thing, dude.
So how did you
after Automatic Octane, we were sitting
go.
there trying to like throw around names, and we came up with the Screams of Syrens. And then we're like, cool, this is a cool name. And then we just didn't do anything. We kind of just like fell apart. And I was like, hey, all right, well, whatever. And then I joined this other band. I'm not going to say the name of it because fuck them, first off.
Oh, shit. More.
Well, you're in the other one first, though.
Which other one?
Cover Up.
Well, Cover Up was my first one.
Yeah.
Then we started Automatic Octane.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which became
Alex has done. He's been in more bands than I have.
we were in a band called Cover Up Cameo with actually Johnny, who's in the chat right here. He was the guitarist for that actually.
What's it called again?
Cover Up Cameo.
Cover Up Cameo.
Yeah, it was pop punk, kind of like in the vein.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That name then. Okay.
Like Motion City soundtrack. Say
I have
Anything.
a day to remember.
Exactly. Yeah. So we started getting kind of metalcore, but then after a while, I was like, dude, I want to play guitar. I was the bass player for that band.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I want to play guitar. I want to be a guitarist in a band.
Right.
So I started searching around. My friend knew the band that Trevor was in. He was the front man for this other band that was like a metal, like it was like a metalcore-ish kind of like bullshit, whatever.
Yeah, hard rock metal.
Yeah, hard rock metal. Terrible music. So I joined them, and I was with them for I forget how long. I think it was a few years.
I think we did like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it was quite a bit. Like we did quite a bit. We went out to Ohio and recorded an EP for Standby Records that never went anywhere. Kind of like that band.
So quite a pedigree, and now you've been in Screams of Syrens for how many years has it been now? I can look at that. It's been it's been a decade.
So Alex and I no. Alex and I quit the other band we're in to start this one in 2013.
Okay, so less than just under, yeah,
So,
what's 7
and
years?
it didn't like get
8
off
years.
the ground until 2014. So
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
So like six years solid that we've been actually like doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was conceived in like 2013 after we both left the other band.
Gotcha.
And I think the only good thing that came out of that band was I got to meet Trevor. And
Yeah.
that was honestly like the only reason I joined that band was because of his voice. Like, I heard him, there was one song where I heard he did this like fucking wicked like hard rock this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I want to be in this.
You're pretty good at it. You're pretty good at it too, actually. Just off the cuff.
I could never
Which
do
is
that.
why
live.
I try to get him to sing more.
Right. You didn't even not even warmed up, nothing. You just kind of like I don't know. I hope I can do
Had
it.
a couple whiskeys, a beer. I'm not warmed up at all. Yeah, he hit this one note in the song I listened to. I was like, oh fuck, dude! Like I have to be in this band.
Right. Nice.
I joined it up, and then I realized like, like but at least the good thing that came out of it was like I met Trevor, and then we started this, but now we're here. We're sitting here, which is just like phenomenal, dude. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome out of a shitty situation.
Happy to hear it. Happy to hear it. So I'm looking at the time. I had some more stuff. You know what? I think I want to give you guys one more chance to just. I'll give you the entire floor. I'll try to shut up, which is hard for me to do, and tell people what's coming up next, how to follow you, give your like elevator pitch. So folks who watch this, either there's people watching right now and people watch it after the fact, where to check you out, why to follow you, what's coming up, all those kinds of things. Give them a chance. And the segment after this is a review segment. I only have one band lined up for this. Usually I have a couple, but I was hoping you'd also stick around for that. I want to get your professional opinion on another artist where we'll take a look at something, one music video and some music that they put out, a Canadian band. So, all right, so I'll throw it over to you guys. Go ahead and let folks know what's coming up next, where they can follow you, all that kind of jazz.
Well, first check out our Pornhub page.
And our OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
No, I'm playing. Trevor, go ahead, Trevor.
Yeah, so we're working right now. We're in the studio writing the third single, like we talked about at the beginning, for the serial killer trilogy. We're working on that. We're actually starting to write the next full-length album as well. So that will be later this year, but we are working on that. We got some really cool stuff in the works that we can't really talk about yet, but it is going to be soon. So there's a lot of exciting stuff that we're doing right now, and then obviously hoping that this year we're going to be back on the road. We'll see. But yeah, so as far as that goes, that's what we got coming up right now. We're staying as busy as humanly possible during all this.
Where do you stay most? Are you most active on Instagram or Facebook, or what's the best place for folks to follow you?
Instagram is, I think the Instagram is the best one.
Okay,
you can look us up on Facebook.
I gotta ask you about this though. You only have so many posts.
So we did one of those Instagram cleans before we dropped Mr. Nobody, because we had about 800 and something posts up there, and it just was a mess. So we went through and we archived everything, and that's so it's like there were like 800 something posts from like 2014 on.
Yeah, all your stories. You have a bunch of stories pinned there too. Those are awesome to go through. I checked those out.
We kept like the important stuff up there, but as far as the actual post, there was a lot of clutter basically. So we went through and kind of cleaned it up. So
is that a thing? Instagram cleaning, is that a thing? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Apparently,
most bands do it like for big releases and stuff. They'll go through and just archive everything below like the release that they're about to do. So it's just everything you want to know is right there.
And while you're on Instagram following them on Instagram, why don't you follow Wicked Wally Webcast as well? Because we have other great bands, and there's a bunch of clips. I'm starting to cut together these really short, entertaining clips. There's a fun story on how there's a local band called Snake Pit and how they got their middle name. How James got his middle name. I don't know how Cody got his middle name, and it's James. And it is kind of after James Hetfield, but I'll just say it. His parents were fucking on a hood of a car listening to Metallica, so they actually came. That's how he got his middle name. It's so
perfect that he's in the metal band now.
Yeah, I know. But honestly, I don't do it justice. You should watch the actual video. He's telling the story about it. It's pretty funny because he's a funny guy too.
Awesome.
So Yeah. Just moments like that. I'm gonna continue to like put those up on there. So you're gonna, if you don't want to watch a 3-hour show, you definitely want to check out those clips because there's some really awesome ones, and there's gonna be some great ones from tonight too. Especially when you said twice that this is the best interview you've ever had. I'm definitely putting that up on my Instagram page.
In all honesty, it has been, dude.
Oh, thank you so much.
We've been in interviews where they were like, so like, what do you guys like? Like,
I hate
what?
that.
Like, what the fuck?
I hate that.
Have
you guys no idea?
We almost had to take control of it because they didn't know what to say, so we had to lead it, and we're like,
and you guys are good enough to do that, but that's painful for you. That's not a good interview if you have to do that. Yeah. Vito?
Have you guys ever heard of an interviewer? He's Canadian, so you might not have ever heard of him. He's called Nardwar.
Nardwar.
Nardwar, the human serviette.
Yeah.
So he digs
so familiar.
so deep into every artist like ever. Like he freaks people out. Like he was interviewing Pharrell, and like this is a decade ago, and Pharrell looked at him. He's like, "How'd you know these things? Like, what the fuck?" And then he'll be like, "I'm Nardwar. I have to know." But like, he knows like he interviewed Chanel West Coast, and he took like albums that her dad produced. He's like, "Here's a gift for you. Here's an album your dad produced before you were born." Like shit like that. So like whenever I like think of interviewing people, it's like, let's think of things that I like. Oh, I don't want to know like what's your favorite snack when you wake up. Like I don't.
Yeah, no.
I want to know about you. You know what I mean? Like I want to dig deep, and I want to. So when you, it's just that's the way I.
Unless your band page, every photo of you is with eating like a certain snack or something, then ask about it, right? Right? Because like, what's the deal with the licorice all the time? Whatever it is, that's
You have to have interesting questions. You know what I mean? Like you gotta dig a little bit. So that's kind of where I'm at with interviewing people and anyways.
Well, how about you
gotta look up Nardwar. He's the
Nardwar, the human serviette. Yeah, actually, really fantastic.
I just recently became aware of him. Actually, it's been his videos have been blowing up on Facebook. Yeah, and I saw a few of them. And this dude, I mean, he comes up with the weirdest facts that you should not know about somebody.
Right. Who their like substitute teacher was in third grade and stuff like this with the big boobs
it's stuff that there's no reason he should know it at all, but he does.
Right.
Crap, that's
right.
crazy.
It's like he must call their schools and stuff. Like it's gotta be like it's like all this. Yeah. All right, so let's go on to some reviews. Again, I want to get you guys' opinion on this. Is a really interesting. You're very theatrical, so that's why I decided to pick this band. Again, I get a bunch of different publicists and bands reach out to me. They say, check out my stuff. So this one, I thought this is a very theatrical band and video. That's why I thought it'd be a perfect fit for you guys to help us take a look at tonight. All right, so it's time for some reviews.
What you got there, Vito?
Boom.
Oh God.
Time for some Vito's. Oh, hold on. What are you drinking there, Vito?
Japanese stuff, man. I want to see what he was drinking.
You got the good stuff.
Hold on. Put that up again. Suntory. What is that?
Japanese whiskey.
Suntory. It keeps blurring.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Whiskey. Nice.
Alex is trying to be all fancy with this.
And what did you have there, Vito?
Oh, just the cheap Johnny Walker Red. It's like turpentine. But it's good turpentine.
All right.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah, Japanese whiskey, man. You can't beat it. I drank this whole bottle in like about, I think, 2 months. But
that's fine.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna do the reviews intro. I'm gonna do the reviews intro again because I got. All right, time for some reviews. No worries. All right, so for tonight for reviews, we have one band we're going to be taking a look at tonight. It is Toronto glamcore band. When you thought there wasn't enough genres of metal out there, there's glamcore is apparently a genre of metal as well. Phantom High is the name of the band. The band has released several singles and an EP since their inception in 2017, putting a glamcore twist on Lady Gaga, Bryan Adams, and Childish Gambino tracks, as well as shaping their own originals. This band is for fans of Korn, Deftones, Motionless in White, In This Moment, for some examples. They actually have a review from Monkey from Korn. that says, "I think it's rad. Good job." So that's a decent review. That's a decent review. And then the next review is from Dan Labaslamo. Rehab is for quitters, and he said it sucks to go on after Phantom High. When they play live, it sucks to go on after them, so that's usually a compliment. So they have a new single, fairly new single, and music video that we're going to check out. Very theatrical. So, like I said, we have Screams of Syrens here joining us tonight, and they're very theatrical as well. They put a lot into their music videos. It's like telling a story. This is interesting. I'm really curious to get your reactions about this. And then Vito, I want you to let me know if you think they'd be a good candidate for a future show, a future episode of the Wicked Wally webcast, because I think they might make it for a very interesting interview, a very cool interview. So, all right, so we're gonna pull them up again. This is Phantom High, and we can pause throughout it, you guys, if you guys have comments or things to talk about. But we'll let it play for a little bit. Phantom High, Black Divine is the song. They are from, I don't have it here. I believe they're from Toronto. And here, I'll pull this up. Okay. Phantom High. This is going to be, I'm really excited to see your guys' reactions to the theatrics of this band. All right, let's do this. And you folks in the chat, I want to hear your thoughts too. Okay, we're about halfway through. We'll listen to the whole thing, though, for this one, for a review. Thoughts so far?
It's nothing I've ever heard before, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Actually, it reminds me a lot of, it gives me Marilyn Manson vibes.
Yes, I do get a Marilyn Manson vibe.
Super heavy Marilyn
He's
Manson
been in the
vibes.
news recently. Yeah. But again, back about Phantom High. Okay, Marilyn Manson vibe.
I like the well, it's not really makeup, but I like the masks.
Yeah.
The whole creepy little. It's kind of like using like what you have. Like it's kind of like minimalistic.
Right.
But it's really gives you that there's really nothing I'm trying to talk shit on it. I'm not trying to talk shit on it, but there's not a lot of effects in it. But they do a good job of bringing that creepy.
It's a very simple music video, but it looks, but it brings a lot to it.
Yeah, they do a good job of kind of keeping it very this is making me feel uneasy, but it's
well, Nate says in the chat something might have been something I listened to in the 90s. so maybe
it might be industrial-ish.
Industrial-ish.
It's interesting though. It has that I think it's a genre called industrial. And it has that kind of sound to it where it's just everything sounds
kind of industrial.
Mechanical.
Yeah, it is kind of industrial. Right. Yeah, definitely.
It's cool. I dig it. I definitely dig it. It's cool. The visuals are really dope too.
Kind of reminds me of Rammstein.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. I'm a Rammstein fan. All right, we'll check out a little bit more. Let's see where it goes. There you go, rap.
But I can't die when I'm bleeding out, 'cause the bitch in the mirror's reviving me.
This breakdown is very 90s, isn't it? It's very, very much so.
Crunchy bass sound.
Yeah.
Crunch.
Crunch.
I did like the kind of like rapping thing she was doing. That was really cool.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, a depressing ending as well.
Dude, I love those masks, man. Those masks,
are really
so
cool.
They scare the shit out of me, but I don't know what it is about masks. They scare me.
So
it's very well done.
So kind of an interesting band. Like I said, yeah, definitely there's a lot of influence. I'd say, like they say Korn, like, yeah, I can hear that. I think that like the way the crunchiness you mentioned of the bass and definitely hear some Korn influence in there. What were they?
A little bit too.
Sure. Yeah, a little bit of Static X in there. Definitely. That's exactly what Nate said in the chat. Something I would have listened to. Might have been something I listened to in the 90s. So definitely has that vibe. But who knows? Maybe, sometimes that stuff can come back, right? Some people can kind of revise it. And
there's a lot of stuff like that. It's just, the part that made me really get the 90s vibe is, right, is that the drum patterns they're doing is that.
Sure.
It's just like that repetitive, Static X kind of thing. But it was good. It was good.
What do you think, Vito? What do you think, Vito? I think. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, Alex, what'd you say?
My bad. That was a really cool, like straightforward, nasty breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I respect like a very simple breakdown that gives you that like stink face where it's kind of like, ooh, that's like there's not.
Yeah.
It's not overly complicated, but it's got that level of like, ooh, like that combination of notes is just like, oh man, that's just straight up nasty, and it feels like really gritty and dirty, and it's like, ugh, it makes you want to fucking like punch someone in the face. It's a very good breakdown. I like it.
So what do you?
Definitely grew on me towards the end.
Right.
I just want to listen to more of the music to see what other kinds of music they make.
I would agree too. When I first listened to it, so I've listened to it a couple times, and I was going to put it on an earlier show, but then I'm like, I don't know if I kind of like it or I don't. And then I ended up listening to it again because I got another email about it, and I'm like, I'll give it another chance. I'll check it out again. I'll listen to it again, and it grew on me. It really grew on me, and I actually liked it a lot more the second. And now this is like probably the fourth or fifth time I've heard the song. Every time I hear it, I like it more, and I am interested to see what else they do because the heavy stuff is really, really interesting to me. Like when they got heavy towards the end, I really like. That's when I started head bobbing. That's when I got into it. But I guess there's that contrast, right? So I don't know. I enjoy it. And I think they would be really interesting in it. It would be a really interesting interview. Just to.
I wonder if they would wear masks.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, are they gonna do that would be awesome if the mask would be worn in the video and the interview and just kind of digging into that and what's the meaning behind it. Like, what's the meaning behind these masks and their aesthetic?
Those masks are really cool.
I don't know. I think it could make for a pretty interesting, interesting show because it just seemed like a very interesting group, interesting. Cast of characters. I went through some of their social media as well, so I think it could make for a pretty cool show. And hey, it's throwback. It might be the little bit 90s throwback music, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our review. So I guess overall thumbs up. I guess right. Yeah. Overall thumbs up. We'll give her a thumbs up.
Definitely.
That's the first time I've done thumbs up. I don't know if that's a thing we're going to start doing now, but you just give our opinion. All right. So that was Reviewz. That's pretty much it for the show tonight. I think that's a great place to end it. I mean, I think I could talk with you guys for hours and hours about more stuff. I didn't get through like I got through maybe a third of what I wanted to talk about tonight, but
there's always next time, man.
There's always next time. Yeah, if you get something else coming out.
2 pages of like.
Oh no, Vito! Did I let you talk enough this show? That was my mistake last show. Is I didn't let
Most
Vito.
of it got covered.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So thanks again, gentlemen, for coming on tonight's show. It's so cool to be talking virtually like this. You guys are in California. Skype didn't shit the bed tonight, so that's good. Surprisingly, like we've kind of talked over each other just a tiny bit, but not much. This is because there's a delay, right? So this has worked really well. I almost feel like I'm in the same room with you guys. So this is really awesome. Everyone in the chat who tuned in, questions, the comments in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone who's watching. There's still some folks watching live right now. Yeah, we're gonna end it there. I'm gonna talk about some upcoming shows. What's coming up next on the webcast? We got a couple cool shows lined up, and I also want to hear. Let us know. As people are starting to drop because they know the show is ending. Let us know if there's any bands you want me to reach out to for a future episode of the webcast. I mean, I got some great ideas already, but I'd love to hear yours as well. Some other bands, and same with you guys. Screams of Syrens. If there's other bands from California that you're buds with, that you know, or even from another scene that you think would enjoy coming on the show, let me know. I'd like to reach out to more folks in your metal scene as well, and just get to know them there too. Awesome. So thanks so much, Trevor Lake and Alex Llanos for joining the show tonight. And
thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It was our pleasure. That
Dude,
was
awesome.
I can't wait till the borders open up. I'm gonna come see you guys one of these days.
We'll come straight to you, man.
And and I'll let you guys know when the YouTube's officially up with all the editing and all the shit that I do. So I'll let you know once that's up, and if you guys want to share it, you can do it then. The live stream's kind of hard for people to watch, so just wait till I got that part sorted out later. I have to tell people that, or else they share it right away, and then no one watches it. But they watch the nice video. Anyway, so thanks guys. Have a great night. Yeah, thanks for joining, and Vito, we'll close off the show and let folks know what's coming up next.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Thank you guys so much for having us on.
Thanks, guys.
Anytime,
You guys are really awesome.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much, man.
Sweet. Thanks so
Take
much.
care, guys.
See ya. Vito. Dude.
Hey.
Dude, that was fun, hey?
Oh, dude, I'm
That's
like,
okay. Yeah, it's just my setup. I could try to move you if you want.
No,
but,
it's fine.
Yeah.
I love those guys, man. You know, when you just talk to someone and you know they're just good people,
Right.
And you just click.
Yeah.
Dude, it felt like I knew them. Like, I like them and their music and their talent. They're just so
Everything.
Cool. I'm
Everything.
so stoked on them.
Everything. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan now. Hopefully make some new fans for them. And we got a chance to reach out to their existing fans as well, and some folks that know them too. So that's pretty freaking sweet. Who will probably enjoy this. People who either know them or like their music, they're going to enjoy it because we dug a bit. We didn't just like, hey, so what's new? How's the band? What's coming up?
Yeah.
Would you guys play music? So anyway, yeah. So what's coming up next for the Wicked Wally webcast? I'm gonna let folks know because there's still people watching. They want to know what I got coming up, and there is a new show announcement which I'm excited to know to tell people about. Upcoming shows. So upcoming shows, February the 10th. That is next week. I'm off. I'm taking some time off. It's my birthday that week, and also. Like I mentioned, there's merchandise coming out, merchandise stuff, social media stuff. I've been trying to plan stuff and plan new shows coming out. So it's always nice for me to take a pause, and I'm usually working on show shit anyways to make the next series set of 6 shows awesome or whatever, 7 shows, 8 shows awesome. So that's what I like to do. Wednesday, February the 17th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. We having Big Nate on the show. Big Nate. Vito knows Big Nate. He's awesome. He's a big part of our. He's literally a big part. He's a huge human. He's a big part of our metal scene. Interview with Big Nate. He's got Getting Late with Nate, which is his own Twitch live stream show as well. He put a show around the same time I did, which is kind of funny. Calgary Metal Fest he's part of. The Vakken Metal Battle Calgary, which is something I didn't talk about with Screams of Syrens. They were supposed to compete in the U.S. this year, and they got canceled, actually. They got canceled because of COVID, so they were supposed to compete in it, it's just too bad they didn't miss out on that, because it's an awesome opportunity competing in the metal battle. Jason's going to be joining me for that one. I think that'll be an awesome combo. Wally will be on Big Nate's show, Getting Late with Nate, on the Friday. We're going to record an interview earlier in the week, and he's going to air it on his live show on the Friday. And that formatted terribly. Sorry about that. Wednesday, February 17th, the following Wednesday, we're calling that episode Star Wars. Interview with Vis Mystica, a Star Wars-themed power metal band out of Pennsylvania. And they talk about their 2021 planned album and their latest single. And Montana will be on the show for that. That should be good. Montana and I are actually more Star Trek people, both of us. We're going to have Star Wars people. But I'm going to have fun with that one because I'm going to actually, I don't know if they're going to watch this or not, but I'm going to ask them a bunch of Star Wars trivia.
Ooh.
Right? Because if they're a Star Wars themed power metal band, they better know. I'm going to start off easy, right? First few questions of stuff that I might even know. And then I'm going to get some deep cuts. I'm gonna try to stump them with like a series like 10 Star Wars questions and see if they get it or not. So it's gonna be a very nerdy episode. Sorry, go ahead, Vito.
Definitely one you don't want to miss. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No, go for it, dude. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Yeah, and Vito is not a Star Wars fan. I asked if he wanted to be on the show.
I don't get it. I wish I did. I just don't. Someone asked me if I believed in magic this past weekend. And I was like, yeah, like magic tricks, right? Like the guy pulls a thing out of his thing. Yeah, it's magic.
Right.
But they were trying to explain this other magic, and I didn't get it. So yeah, I'm just not that creative sometimes, I guess.
Like the card game Magic, The Gathering, that game.
That's what I said. And then they're like, no, like if you believe in magic, I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to explain to me. So.
All right, Vito, we're just shooting the shit now, which we can do after the show. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Thanks again, folks, for joining. Tune in next week, same Wicked time, same Wicked channel. We got awesome shows coming up. This is Wicked Wally and Vito.
Hello, goodbye.
Goodbye. Signing out. All right, thanks everyone. Keep it metal. And Vito, mute your microphone.